Here's my college football playoff top 10 heading into week 11. At number 10, I have Alabama. Now, I know they just lost to a 2-loss LSU team, and that is their second loss of the season. But looking at the way they have lost both the games that they have, it was to two top 10 teams on the road. Both came down to the final play. I just don't think there's enough to consider Alabama not a top 10 team. At number 9, I have UCLA. DTR and the Bruins have looked very, very good this season and even have picked up a lot of quality wins. And I know they may seem low, but they still have to play USC. And if they do beat USC, they will have a shot at Oregon. So they very well will have a shot to play themselves in. But for now, they're going to stay at that number 9 spot. At number 8, I have LSU. LSU has come a long way since that week 1 loss to FSU. And their only 2 losses that they have came against 2 other top 25 teams. Brian Kelly overall has done a very solid job this season, and they're going to get a chance to probably play in that SEC title game. But I don't really think they have any chance at making the playoff. At number 7, I have USC. I've been very high all season on Lincoln Riley, Caleb Williams, and this USC team. And similar to UCLA, they're going to have a chance to possibly play themselves in the playoffs as they will get UCLA, and if they win, we'll have Oregon, along with a potential Pac-12 title. But for now, number 7 just seems right for them. At number 6, I have the Oregon Ducks. And they're in that same boat as USC and UCLA. They're going to very well have a shot to play themselves into the playoff. Bo Nix has basically had a career revival throughout this season. And now he's actually one of the leading candidates for the Heisman. So I have Oregon coming in at number 6. At number 5, I have the TCU Horned Frogs. And I know they're undefeated and there's a 1-loss team that's going to be ahead of them. But you can't honestly tell me that any of the 4 teams that are ahead of them are worse than them. I do think if TCU wins the Big 12 and is undefeated, they will find their way in, and rightfully so. So I still think that TCU can play themselves in. At number 4, I have Tennessee. I know they did just lose to Georgia and picked up their first loss of the season, but they were clearly one of the top 2 teams in the country heading into this week. Unfortunately for them, they're definitely going to need some things to go their way to make the playoff. At number 3, I have Michigan, and at number 2, I have Ohio State. Both teams are undefeated, and they're going to play each other for a chance to see who deserves to go to the playoff. We all know whoever wins this game at the end of the season is going to make the playoff. And at number 1, I have the Georgia Bulldogs. They just beat the number 1 team in the country, and they basically had control of this game from the first snap. So they come in at number 1. Let me know what you would do differently in the comments.